Boys, it took me nearly a decade to get these forearms to where, you know, when you're wearing that nice little flannel and you just kind of roll up the sleeves and that way they have those veins that pop out and you can see the striations. I'm going to show you exactly how to do so in the most effective way possible because it took me nearly a decade to learn this shit. You ain't going to have to take that long. So without further ado, let's get in today's video. First order of business is we're going to hit the cable machine. Why? Because it's a very straightforward way of doing so. I got too many tools in the arsenal, but I want to give you guys by far the biggest bang for your buck. So what I start off with, and I'll show you exactly what attachment this is right now. That's what the cable attachment looks like, just so you have an idea. Check out the forearm veins, baby. So now that you know, all you got to do is get your hands at shoulder width apart. And quite literally, instead of you kind of doing a reverse grip curl, you're almost going to crunch your biceps. And keep in mind, I'm coming out a little bit far, but it's that way. Listen, there's a camera angle issue, okay? So I'm gonna have to figure it out. You can set a lot closer to the cable itself, but it's the same exact thing regardless. You almost wanna get your posture up, head back, good posture, and all you're doing is curling with your elbows, like in a weird way. You get what I'm saying? Like all you're doing is crunching at the elbow. Boom. And that's the cadence. You almost want your elbows to poke out a little bit, and when you're curling, you almost want to cup this area into it. You know, like those dudes that are at the gym, like just staring at themselves, hitting curls? You kind of want to hit something similar. So that's all you're gonna do. Hit it like this, all right? And for this, listen, you go as heavy as possible with quality reps. I could have gone a little bit heavier, but I want to properly show you the cadence. And you take all of your sets to complete failure. But that exercise, you want to progress in, like I said, you want to be going as heavy as possible. You want to put up more weight. However, on the back end, I'm going to show you a superset framework that, listen, congratulations. You landed on yourself what we call a gold mine in this age. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit out of breath. Not going to lie. On arm day, my God, that's unnecessary. But regardless, on the front end, you want to pick something to progress in, just like a cable curl. Right? The reverse grip kind of explained everything out. However, on the back end, we want to pick an isolation exercise, something for us to just take this muscle to complete failure. And that way, we don't have to be in the gym for that long. 1 to 2 sets on this, bada boom, bada bang. Superset time. All right, and all you got to do from here, look, dude, I got some rinky-dink machinery here. See? Bare bones equipment, honestly. This place is falling apart, but it's okay. All right, get that locked in. So all you're gonna do is take 2 dumbbells. This is the beauty of this back end framework, right? So all I'm gonna do is pick something, like I said, that is much easier to isolate. And that is simply me taking 2 dumbbells that you can grab from the rack right over your knees, and all you're doing is isolating the extensors. Just like that. And you wanna go full ROM. Like a lot of people just kind of like try to just bust. No, don't bust them out, lock into the muscle. That's the point of this back end. You're supposed to pick something that you can isolate much easier. I always say isolation exercise because that makes sense. But anything that you can just isolate and connect, the mind-muscle connection, and that's it. And you take this also to complete failure because if you're a crusader, that's what we do. Ooh. And I'm telling you right away, you're going to notice that they swell. Bro, pump doesn't indicate muscle growth. Got it, bro. Anyways, with that said, because this pump is so hellacious, I'm actually going to rip another set real quick. Oh, yeah. Give you guys a good angle. Notice that cadence. I try to find the stretch. I mean, legitimately feel a stretch along my extensor. And then I come up. Quality over quantity. We don't just do stupid reps just to do them. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie, dude. This thing is incredibly annoying, dude. Just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Let's wrap this up. And there you have it, boys. Honestly, my central nervous system's a bit zapped. Been going extremely hard lately. If you guys are new here, I run 2-a-days, but I've been taking both workouts pretty intensely. I like going through seasons like that, but it might be time for a deload week kind of deal. At this point, you just feel like your mental ability to just grasp onto any sort of thought just isn't there. can't even find right words sometimes, you know? I'm like, that doesn't happen often. And it's like, yeah, dude, you're probably a little bit zapped. But that's the point. That's what this page is for. If you're new here, we want to be undeniable. It's a central theme of this page, especially if you guys are new. The OGs know we want steroid allegations without the steroids. But as funny as it sounds, that extrapolates to your real life. It's not just about the fitness end, it's about what we do inside here that's going to give us a lot more out in our real world, in our real life, in our real communities, right? But that's the beauty of the internet. We have a way of mitigating, and basically I'm talking to you from a place that's probably halfway across the world if you're watching this. It's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? This is the actual function of it, is that you're no longer confined to your local environment. And that's the point, is we want to be undeniable in all these regards. And that's how I got started personally. When I didn't really know what to do with my life, I always found that me training, being physically fit, it was the thing that saved me. You know, not like in the cheesy way it's like, oh, but it keeps me sane, keeps me sharp. And to be honest with you, when I didn't know what to do, I was like, I might as well get into great shape. Wasn't always that way. I fluctuated like crazy. I was fat. I've been skinny. I've been pudgy. I've been weightlifter build pudge. I've been straight up like actually fat. Like, cause I'm about 5'10". A lot of you guys ask me, how tall are you and how much do you weigh? I always say 7'9", 400, but that's not true. But I was 5'10", 215 at my worst. A little bit even over 215, but it's the same shit, right? Regardless, all I do is just find what moves the needle, because this is not my whole life. As funny as it sounds like now with the fitness thing, but believe me, there's a lot more to this than just being like, oh, this guy just works out. Sometimes it's how you see it behind the desk, but you know I don't have to work out every single day. I do it because it keeps me sharp. I do it because the rent is due every single day. Doesn't matter if you had the shit day yesterday. Doesn't matter if your life's been shit up into this point. You can wake up and simply decide everything's going to change, and it does. You can make that choice. That's the beauty of being a dude. You can quite literally wake up today and be like, you want to know something? I'm going to be the man. You know, in my own regard, not when people try to flaunt, like, yeah, bro, I'm the man. I'm talking about for yourself. Being the man for yourself. Being the dude that you look at in the mirror and you're like, man, I'm proud of this dude. And it's because you show up every single day. And you realize that. It's a choice every single day you make. Anyways, I appreciate watching this video. You're probably like, dog, I just was here for forearms, but yeah, okay, I guess I'll get my life in order. That's what you get here on this page. And that's what you're going to get in Crusadia, coming to you June 22nd. No, man, like that's kind of everything that's been occupying my mind. Regardless, I love you guys very much. If there's anything you guys want specifically, please drop it down in the comments. And I've been seeing when you guys all kind of have similar comments, I make videos on it. You guys been asking about forearms. What do you think I'm doing here? You think I'm just here to have fun with myself? Pause. Sound a little bit weird. Anyways, I love you guys. From Uncle Rami to the Natural Crusaders, Crusadia coming to you soon. I cannot wait. I love you guys very much. It is our time. The Crusaders are here to take over, and we are absolutely going to do it. I love you guys. Uncle Rami out. Peace.